Lady Nancy Astor is now a global figure. An American, she has blazed a trail in Britain by becoming the first woman to take her seat in Parliament. At her grand homes of Cliveden and St. James's Square in London, she's a brilliant hostess, visited by the great and the good, not to mention the famous.
By the 1930s, Nancy is a significant figure in her own right. She's incredibly famous, not just in Britain, but in America as well.
In 1931, Nancy travels to the Soviet Union with the socialist playwright George Bernard Shaw. She is implacably opposed to communism, but this is an opportunity to meet ordinary Russians and confront their dictator, Joseph Stalin.
She tells him that she feels that he treats his people monstrously.
Nancy bravely asks Stalin when he is going to stop torturing and killing his own people.
And there was a complete silence. The interpreter, for a time, refused to translate the question.
Eventually, Stalin answers.
He was quite unfazed. He said, well, as soon as it is no longer necessary for the protection of the state.
On her return from Russia, Nancy is quizzed by the press.
Lady Astor, what about your trip to Russia? Can you tell us some of your...
You know, it was very interesting. Very interesting. I never was a communist, and I don't believe it'll succeed. But I believe that the way to help the world and to help Russia to come out of communism is for the rest of the world to trade with us.
The rise of Hitler's Germany presents Nancy with a far greater challenge. She believes Hitler can be reasoned with and urges appeasement. At Cliveden, Nancy and Waldorf host gatherings of like-minded and influential people. This so-called Cliveden set is seen as sympathetic to the Nazis and begins to get bad press.
Nothing would be worse than another war. And, of course, to some extent, a lot of them regarded Germany as a bastion against the spread of communism.
I trust your journey was fine over here.
Oh, fantastic.
Lady Astor hosts meetings and dinners between British and Nazi government officials, including Ambassador von Ribbentrop.
It says a great deal about Nancy's social standing, that she actually is trusted to bring British politicians together in the same room as Germans.
There were other people in society who invited Ribbentrop and actually shared his views. But Nancy Astor wasn't one of them.
In fact, during one meeting with Ribbentrop, Nancy even makes fun of Hitler.
She turns to him on his right at lunch and says, of course, you realize, Herr von Ribbentrop, that the English are never going to take Hitler seriously as long as he's got that Charlie Chaplin moustache. And Ribbentrop was floored by this.
Even so, Nancy becomes known in Parliament as the Honourable Member for Berlin.